Oh, looks like we're live. What is up, friendly neighborhood nerds? Let's see. I can't. There's a thing that tells me how many people are in the chat, and for some reason, like I can't see it right now. But hello everybody. This is Valiant Club or Club Valiant. Let's go with Club Valiant. Sounds more exclusive. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like we need a bouncer.
Yeah, we need a bouncer. Club Valiant for sure.
Artemis, you're bouncing.
Aramis, there you go. There it is. That's our bouncer. Sweet. Be there in be at the front door in like 30 minutes. Quit smoking and joking over there.
I expect velvet ropes.
Goddamn right. So, as you can see by the title, this is going to be a Valiant book club. We were talking, what was it, like a couple weeks ago, and it was me because I've already read most of these, and I was kind of harassing Chris about getting into Valiant, and he was like, "Fuck it, let's do a book club." Is that how it went down?
Pretty much. I could say for about a year now, I've been trying to get So I tried a book club years ago, and it didn't work. And it didn't work because I don't have the live infrastructure that you guys have. And I think that's going to add a lot to the show. Just the fact that we're live, people can talk with us, all that. Mine's more make a video, edit it, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
After that, I was trying to get people to do a Spawn one because there's just like something about Spawn that I've always wanted to read and then never have. Apparently nobody else wants that because nobody jumped on.
I'll be honest, man. I have like all the 20 of the Spawn origin trades and a bunch of the other trades, and I started my read all Spawn thing like a year ago, and I just can't. Like I make every time I pick it up, like I'll make it through like 2 or 3 issues, and then I'm like, oh god, like I just can't keep reading this. Like I think the sad truth is that it might just not be that good.
That might be it. I'm going to jump into it when Spawn Universe happens because Donny Cates is involved somehow, and I'm going to follow that man to the ends of the earth.
100%.
That aside, yeah, you had said something on Twitter, and then I clapped back joking with you as we do quite often. And then it just devolved into us being like, hey, let's do this thing where we read through Valiant. And I was like, cool. I need something more to do with my life.
Yeah. And I'm excited about it because I fucking love Valiant. I fucking love it. I love it with all my heart. I think I love it more than Marvel or DC. So that was it. That was what I said. I said Valiant is superior to Marvel or DC. And you're like, I don't know about that. And I was like, lies.
And I said, I don't know about that. And I put out a picture of Codpiece and showed you my trump card because that wins all arguments. But no, I think what's interesting here and what I've seen a lot of people when we talked about it, both privately and publicly, is that you are such a huge Valiant fan. Like you've read pretty much everything they put out and just love the universe so much. And my only experience is when I bought this one trade right here, because I was interviewing Robert Venditti and I was like, I should probably read this just so I could talk to him about it real quick. So I have like no knowledge about Valiant outside of this one trade, and they used to publish Nintendo comics. So I think it's going to be an interesting move where I'm going to learn to love or hate Valiant, and you're just going to keep spewing your love out there. So
I'm just going to keep loving it. Yeah. Yeah, it really is like it's a big difference from Marvel or DC because Marvel and DC, like, yeah, they're great. Like, there's great books there. Like, there's great characters, and I'm not really knocking them, but there's like a grounded, almost like I wouldn't say real because there's some pretty fantastic things that happen, but there's like a human element contained within Valiant, and there's a kind of an intellectual, social, and like geopolitical aspect to it that is not in your face and not too on the nose, but it's just there everywhere. And it makes it feel like a living, breathing world. And also a lot of this outside of everyone else's control. It's just a smaller universe. I mean, it's existed since 2012 is when the reboot happened. And they're not flooding us with titles. You know, it's not like there's 50 bazillion different titles to follow. There's like maybe 4 or 5 events total. And the rest of it is just like these very kind of streamlined titles.
Yeah, and as I'm going through it, like it's funny that I never actually got into it because I'm seeing names that I love, like Cullen Bunn and Jeff Lemire, Matt Kint, Robert Venditti. guys that I just adore as creators, and the artists too, as you go down the list. So it's strange that I never actually tried any of these past this one volume. And I did read one issue of Shadow Man that just recently came out because I got a review copy. But yeah, it is weird that I never jumped in. I think a part of that was just like, I love me some Marvel comics. I adore the Marvel universe. It's so much ingrained to everything I am and do. And I do enjoy some DC as well. But it's like when Mark Waid came out and said that was it AWA was going to start its own universe. And I was kind of like, I don't want another. I just don't want another universe. And I think that was my feeling when Valiant came out. And apparently I was wrong. From what I'm hearing, I was wrong.
100% wrong. Yeah. couldn't have been more wrong. No, I feel you, man. There's a lot of universes out there, and I think there's only room for so many superhero universes. But I think that Valiant serves a function. Like, it's not a clone of what came before it. And a lot of times when you see people try to get a superhero universe started off the ground, you could tell that they're just trying to make another DC or another Marvel. Valiant, I think it's different in that sense. And like, there's certain things that it just won't do. Like, people die, they stay dead. You know, the world changes. Nice. The world changes and it doesn't get reset. There's no like crisis you back or Secret Wars you back to normal. It's like, this is what we have to deal with now. This is the world now. So there's consequences, you know what I mean? And I think that makes it a lot more exciting. So we have we got like 4 people in the chat. People are going to go back and watch this. Yeah. So whatever, we're going to get right into it. We got this reading order, and I'm going to kind of go through the books that we're going to be talking about. When's our next? When are we talking about X-O Manowar Volume 1 by the Sword? Is that going to be the 22nd?
So yeah, May 22nd, we'll be back here live to do it. By then, everyone too, I will hold myself to it. I will have a PDF for you with our reading order from the first episode of this to the maybe last, because we'll see how things go, of what's going on in the Valiant universe and how we're going to read them in order so you can keep going with us. But that aside, Judah's going to give you a list right now for the coming weeks. So okay. Maybe you can plan ahead.
I'm going to enlarge myself really quick. I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable.
A little bit, but...
Okay. Okay. So starting on the 22nd, we are going to discuss the fuck out of X-O Manowar Volume 1 by the Sword. This is by Robert Venditti. It is illustrated by, Carrie Nord? Yeah, Carrie Nord. And it contains X-O Manowar issues number 1 through 4. As you can see, this is just a dope read, and I'm really excited to talk about it with you guys. Following that, and we're on a bi-weekly schedule, by the way, so skip a week, and then the week after that, oh, by the way, what's up, A-Port? I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. So we're going to get into X-O Manowar Volume 2. Same creative team, and that gets into 5 through 8. So, not the same creative team. Now we have Lee Garbett on pencils. So that's going to be the following one, and then got X-O Manowar Volume 3. This is all on Comixology, I believe. By the way, this stuff's really easy to find. This is Planet Death. And
not only is it on Comixology, it is on Comixology Unlimited. Pretty much everything Valiant is on Unlimited right now.
Which makes it a lot easier for you guys. Makes it the same for me because I bought all this shit. But yeah. So after that, we got Harbinger. This is Harbinger Volume 1. This is with one of my... This ring light is killing me. It's one of my favorite writers of all time, Joshua Dysart. And this is... I can't wait to get to this one. And I especially can't wait to talk about it because this is a thrilling, outstanding, amazing book. J. Rob Art, what's up? So then we're going to get to Bloodshot. Bloodshot Volume 1, Setting the World on Fire. And this is Swierczynski. After that, we got more Harbinger. We got Harbinger Renegades. We're going to get to meet Faith, which I know you guys are all very excited about. We got Harbinger, The Rise and the Fall. Or excuse me, Bloodshot Volume 2, The Rise and the Fall. And then we get to our first big event, and we're going to tackle this all at once because it's 3 trades, but it's one event, and it is Harbinger Wars. So get excited because this is going to be really, really, really epic. And go ahead and check out the chat. We got Aramis being the man and letting you guys know where you can find X-O Manowar Volume 1 by the Sword. So our first benchmark, I'm going to make myself small again. Our first benchmark is going to be Harbinger Wars. We're working up to an event here, and it's going to be dope when we get there, but it's going to be fun. And you know what? Sometimes in life, what matters isn't where you're going. It's the friends you make along the way. You know what I mean, Chris?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you said a key word for me because I am an event slut. I love me in an event book. I don't care if they're overdone. I love them. So let's bring on some event books.
Well, you're gonna like this one, guaranteed. We're all gonna get to know Toya Harado. We're all gonna get to know Peter Stanchik. We're all gonna get to know Eric. We're gonna meet Bloodshot. We're gonna get to know a lot of really fun characters. We're gonna read these stories, and it's gonna be pretty dope. Taking a look at the chat for a second. Let's see here. Let's discuss the story, art, and variant covers of each storyline. Definitely the story, definitely the art. I'm working off trades, so I don't know. If they have the variants in the back, we'll talk about them. I'll tell you what. Ooh, they do actually. Oh shit, they do. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we could definitely talk about the variants. Check out this one right here. How dope is that?
Very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you can expect us to talk about all those things. Is there anyone in the chat right now who's already a Valiant fan, has already read most of this stuff?
I mean, I'm going to assume most of them.
Yeah, I'll assume most people. But you never know. This is a good way to get into like a universe, like a book club like this, where it's like you know what comes next, and you're enjoying it with a bunch of people. Like,
yeah, it's great community stuff too. Like I really want the chat, and just so everyone knows too, this will be available also as a podcast on a podcast feed. So anyone out there that wants it on their specific podcast feed, just let me know on Twitter or something what you love, and I'll make sure it's there for you. But that aside, like it's a great way for people to jump in and follow along, and you can be a part of the show. Come in on the day we're recording and talk to us, or if you can't make it, hit us up on Twitter or something and say like, oh man, it was really cool when X-O Manowar like gutted that dude with his sword. I don't know if that's a thing or not. And stuff like that.
That's a thing. Yeah. And then another thing that I kind of wanted to add, and Chris, I don't think we talked about this, but I'm like 99% sure you're down. If anyone hits us up beforehand and wants to be on the screen to talk about this shit with us too, by all means, let us know. Because that would be dope. And it kind of adds to the whole book clubby community vibe that we're going for here. So
yeah, we could even, what we could do? We could do a segment, like maybe near the end. I don't know. We can figure it out when we go along, but where people can jump in and do like 5 minutes. Like, this is my favorite part. I liked when Ninjak had the swords. I'm obsessed with swords today. I don't know why. And stuff like that. But we can figure that out as we go. But yeah, that'd be awesome if you guys came along with us.
Yeah.
Artemis, thanks so much.
Thanks, Artemis. Cool. All right. So that's pretty much all we really have prepared for this zero issue or zero episode. We'll call it a zero issue. So between now and the 22nd, get your hands on X-O Manowar Volume 1 by the Sword by Robert Venditti and Carrie Nord. Check it out on Comixology. Get it at your local comic book store. Order it online. If you have to use Jeff Bezos, whatever. Do what you got to do sometimes. But go ahead and read those first 4 issues of that run and be prepared to talk about everything and anything related to that on the 22nd with Judah Rad from IFLC. Robo Strange will be joining us as well, and Chris Rundt from Fortress of Comics. So,
yeah, everybody, if you are a person of need, go to your local comic shop. Please support them, buy it there. If you don't have a local comic shop or you just prefer digital, I highly recommend Comixology Unlimited. You can get, like I said, most of the stuff we're going to read over the next however many years is right there on Comixology Unlimited. So yeah, check those out.
And then Alphaport says, buy the deluxe edition, bigger book, more extras. That's true, and I don't have those deluxe editions, so I'm a little bit jealous if you have them. But yeah, if you can get your hands on that, definitely. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. I know this is kind of a short one. And be there in 2 weeks to talk about X-O Manowar. You got any last words, Chris?
X-O Manowar Volume 1. Everybody, yeah, check both of us out on our Twitters. Judah's got his. Mine's Fortress Chris, and also you can check out my podcast, Fortress Comic News. And like I said earlier, if you guys have a specific podcast feed you like, let me know, and I'll make sure it's there for you.
Fuck yeah. Station. All right, we're out of here.